unfortunately, the season was cut.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to your live watch-along of Chesterfield's away game in the National League versus Boreham Wood in the National League. Hopefully, we can go and get the 3 points today. Let's go. Come on, your spotlights, boys. Fingers crossed we will get the win today and we can go up the league. I will quickly let you know what the team is for today's game. The team we have is, I'm going to butcher up the keeper's name, but if you guys in the chat can help me pronounce it properly, I will. It's Presbeck, Carline, Evans, Maguire, Hollis. Oh, I'm trying to remember names, so sorry if I do butcher any.
Only essential staff go to the games. So
it goes White, is it Whittle, Weston, McCourt, Whelan, Rowley, and Asante. Our goal scoring machine at the moment. And on the bench is Yarni, Mandeville, Dean Garner, Martin Smith, and Gunning on the bench for the Spyrites today.
And he did, he's gone and stuck it in the top corner early on, but
and also put down in the chat, guys, what you guys think of the lineup. If you think who you think should be in it, who you think should not be in it, let me know in the chat. Or you're happy with it. So we're just waiting for kickoff. And where's the bit?
Record in the league. And then I was really impressed with the two up top. I think that was Cabby and Junior's 4th game together. It was their 2nd as a partnership, and I think they linked up really well. So. Overall, a really impressive performance, going to Stockport and getting a 1.
So how was everyone?
I would have taken that before. Based on the performance, I think we could have nicked it, but overall happy with that performance and that result.
Absolutely. Well, we're almost ready for kick-off, so let me take you through the two teams, starting with the visitors Chesterfield and James.
Go on, Chesterfield!
Change from their last fixture, a 2-1 home victory against Wrexham, with Joe Rowley coming in for Marcus Dinanga. That means they look like this. It's Adam Prisbeck in goal, a back 3.
Prisbeck.
Hollis, Will Evans,
no. So put it down in the chat, guys, if you think we'll get the 3 points today.
Tom Whelan and Jack Court in the middle, and Joe Rowley and Akasi Asante up top. On the bench this evening for Chesterfield, it's Joseph Yarni, Marcus Dinanga, Liam Mandeville, Martin Smith, and Gary Gunnings. And now for your home side this evening, in goal for Boreham Wood, it's
so, fingers crossed. I don't know. Hope you're okay. Hope Chesterfield will win tonight by 3 goals to 0. Let's go. I have no idea. I just have to wait and see.
On the bench for the home side this evening, Ryan Huddart, Tom Champion, Corey Whiteleach, Gil Courtost, and Matt Reed, and that is an unchanged side. Charlie, I think you'd probably be quite pleased that it's an unchanged side because they played so well in that last game.
Yeah, not a surprise to me. I know Luke often goes with unchanged sides, so apologies there. I probably overrun and it delayed you from getting the teams in. So yeah, apologies about that.
No worries there at all. We are underway. We haven't missed much at all. It's just Boreham Wood in possession here on the right-hand side, playing from right to left in their white shirts with traditional black trim. And the visitors this evening are playing in blue with blue shorts.
Come on, boys! So,
like a very nice outfit as they play the ball up, and it's headed back to Rilasande and exits the pitch for a throw on this near side. And the scoreboard is back and looking beautiful as well in that corner. Unfortunately, there's not many people here that can see it. COVID-19 restrictions, of course, keeping people away. But hopefully you can be here enjoying this game.
So,
today.
Hopefully everyone is enjoying the stream today.
Cars, and we're very thankful for them for that as the ball is pumped forward down the right-hand side from Carline. Looking for the run of player that's in the side today, Joe Rowley. Not able to get there for the team in blue this evening, so it's going to be a goal kick for Nathan Ashmore.
Rowley makes a lot of those runs
so,
from attacking midfield.
How is everyone?
Might be part of the front two tonight.
Chesterfield.
Sure, but he came
hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully it's a good game. We don't know how it's going to go, but we just have to wait and see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Made his first debut in 2017. And of a few that's come through the gate.
It's all fingers, all hands on. It's all hands to the pumps for the Spyrites today.
Near side for another throw. Just saw it in the air there. But wind really.
Hello, Aspect.
Yeah, it's gonna be something they're gonna have to contend with. And same for Chesterfield. The Chesterfield goalkeeper's kicks are gonna go that little bit longer and might run out. So,
what team do you support? As you can see, Chelsea because of family, but my hometown football club is Chesterfield. I was.
There's some haze and drizzle as the ball's whipped
I
on
am.
the far post, and it's dangerous times for Boreham Wood, but they're able to.
I was born in Chesterfield, so it's my hometown club. But I do support Chelsea as well. But you always should support where you're from. Should always support where you're from.
Nice little step and then flicking forward towards Tismanga. Can hold the ball up quickly and then play it off towards the right hand side. Nice little cross ball looking for Mariah, who's lingering up there. Just about to get in there, but great little coming out there from the goalkeeper, is able to punch the ball away and stealing away as well. Up towards the front man. Across the Asante.
Asante looking dangerous already.
Asante's brilliant. Since we got him, he's been nothing but a scoring machine.
So they're looking to work it both ways. Obviously, we was expecting the long throw. We've gone deep into the box and they've thrown it short, and he's got their delivery in.
Good spot there, Charlie. Free kick quickly taken by the Spire.
So, fingers crossed Chesterfield can get a goal or something early on. I'll be happy.
Playing on that left wing back side, the side that was familiarly used by Saul Thomas this season, and we'll come to him in just a second as the ball is played down the left hand side, but nothing could come from it from a Boreham Wood perspective. And Charlie wanted to ask Saul Thomas, obviously it was a good bit of business, but probably disappointing to lose such a quality player from the pitch.
Oh, he's been a massive player for us. I think last season was his breakout season, and I think over this period he's really worked at his craft. I think Luke's done wonders with him in that left wing back position.
So how is everyone?
And I think Millwall game really exemplified that in regards to his defensive performance. Probably outweighed his attacking performance a couple of times at championship, playing against championship level opposition. He done really well defensively. He's going to go into a championship club now. They're going to add that little bit extra to his development, and I really think he has a great chance. He has, in my eyes, tons of ability. Of all the boys that have come through our scheme, he has the most ability. That's my honest opinion. And we've had boys like Pelly Ruddock, who's playing in the championship for Luton. So he has great pace, and he has all the attributes so far in the game. And he's now.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream, and hopefully we can get the 3 points today.
And that pace scheme you mentioned there is something that even manages to create CEOs of football teams as well.
Yeah, I think my education in football came a long time before that. Obviously, my father's the chairman of the club. I don't think it's nepotism that I'm in this role, but he's been chairman here for 21, 22 years now, since 1999.
So it's kind of been bred into me.
Yeah. So something that was quite important for him was that you sort of wasn't thrust into this position early on.
So if any of you guys want to ask me any questions, anything at all during the stream, I'm happy to answer your questions.
Yeah, even though I'm still fairly young, and I'm 27, but yeah, I've done pretty much every job here. I was a community coach and then a community manager. I then became the boss.
Well, I'm nervous, folks. Nervous. Really nervous.
The under 18s. I was a first team player and academy player, so I've done pretty much all the roles here. He often describes it as being a chief bottle washer as well as a chief executive, getting your hands dirty and getting right involved.
Absolutely. Asante was just trying to break down the right hand side, and I thought he'd got a touch on the ball, but it was decided it was a free kick, so Boreham would get that opportunity to.
Come on, Chesterfield, come on, boys.
Nathan Ashmore looking fetching as ever in his pink outfit.
Oh, I'm nervous, folks.
But, I don't think too many players could pull it off, but he manages to do it, Charlie.
It's a lovely colour. When we picked the kit, we asked Nathan what were his thoughts, and he was all for it.
Was he? Oh, brilliant. It's good to know. How much of a decision-making process is it, the kit? Because I imagine Puma probably have some standard ones that they want to give you, and you just sort of pick off that shit, or?
Yeah, no, exactly that. They have a range of kits. We have a great relationship with Puma. It's our second year with them now, and I think year in, year out, they've done a great job for us. I think our colours, the all white, I think.
And if you guys are new to,
with the Puma options,
yes, I'm just waiting.
Like a honeycomb type.
So if you guys
sort of faded on the front, isn't it? It looks very nice.
Yeah, no, exactly. Just these things, I think. coming more and more into the game in terms of the type of kit that the
So,
players wear. It makes them feel more comfortable. They like it when the new training kit comes out, when a new kit comes out.
if you
And the
guys
fans
want to
obviously,
join the
love these
Discord
things as well. So
server,
it's just things that I
it
think
will
are
be
becoming more and more
linked.
important in the
It'll
game
be linked
in
up
this day
top
and
for you
age,
guys
is
to
the
be able
kit
to join the
and the
server.
fit of the kit and the branding that goes with it all.
It is Chesterfield 0, Boreham Wood 0.
Chesterfield in the National League. It's 0-0 here at Meadow Park. Carline in possession at the halfway point for Chesterfield. Throws it out and then looks to get it back. Does so. Tries to thread it between.
So if any of you guys want to come and say, put any questions in the chat, I'll answer all your questions.
Wasn't able to find a player in
But
his
make
colours.
with it
Opportunity, so
suitable
clear.
for me to answer.
Towards the centre,
Come on,
but
boys.
knocks the ball away again. It's cleared out to touch.
Jack McCourt, just a new player they've just brought back in. He was with them, I think, 2 or 3 seasons ago when they were in League 1 or League 2. So great addition to their squad.
That's right. Was playing at Macclesfield Town, but honestly, the Silkman had some issues, and now he's here and he's enjoying his football.
I imagine they all are at this point. They're in a great vein of form since James Rose gone.
So, do any of you guys want to give me any questions? I'm happy to answer anything.
All the players who've been there for a while, and then the new additions that he's made. I think it's been 3 or 4 in from his old club, Gloucester.
A slight opportunity there for Chesterfield, but coming out of his goal really quickly was Nathan Ashmore. He managed to make sure that was his. They've lost the ball here, though.
So, I'm interested if you guys...
Quickly, it's going to be a throw-in.
Might see a long throw from George Carline this time. There's been a few opportunities where he's had the chance.
You guys may ask me out, I'm up.
So,
What
yeah,
team does they play
boys
sport?
at the
I don't
back.
know.
Yep, Ray leaves it for Carline.
I don't know.
The court is close to him.
You're asking me a question I can't answer.
The court gives him an option, but then goes back. Here comes that big throw you talked about. Almost flicked on at the near post, but goes out of play, and it's going to be another goal kick.
Come on, boys.
I think on days like today, it's probably one of those where you're thinking, oh, you know what, I'm quite pleased that I'm not a player and I can put on a coat and gloves and, you know, because it's pretty nippy for us, so I can't imagine how cold it is for those players out there.
No, I know. Look, they've all got their undergarments on, etc. But they get warm soon enough. They're obviously all running about, so they'll all get warm. It's the rain and getting in at half time and being soaking wet, which is
It is.
5 minutes
So,
after half time.
anybody want to ask any questions, put that in the chat and I'll answer as much questions as I can. So, I apologise for that, folks. I'll be back with you in a tick.
Envisaged that I wanted to do, whether at Boreham Wood or elsewhere. So to be given the opportunity at such a young age, I'm really grateful for.
You're playing in the Conference South, which is a decent level.
Yeah, no, it was.
And then you went off to America to sort of play over there, and yeah, I suppose, you know, being picked for a scholarship as you was, you probably, you know, rightly thought, you know, I'm still pretty good at this game.
Yeah, I was alright. I'll let this one come through.
Ball played back to Ashmore. It was chased down, but he pumps it long. We'll get back to that in just a second, Charlie. Don't worry. As
Come on, boys.
Maguire plays it back and then pumped forward again. Little knock on from McCourt.
So if any of you guys want to chat to me, I am in the Football Voice chat on Discord.
And then Fifield can mop up things and get it back towards Ashmore. Has to make sure he deals with it properly though, and then gets it out towards that right hand side.
Dealt with it well there.
Just took the time he needed, didn't he, before making his decision?
Yeah, with both the centre halves had split, but I think he made the right decision to shell it.
Evans.
Come on, boys.
And Hollis. And McCourt is a bit of free space. Tries to whip it in, but can only smash it in towards Mafuta. Takes the deflection, and then Bournemouth would get it back in their possession.
We're just going to hang on and just hopefully we can get an early goal.
Outside. Angle plays it in towards Ilasambi. Ilasambi checks his run and plays it back towards Fifield. Under a bit of pressure here, Boreham Wood, but they're passing out well. Although, just as I say that, commentators curse, but the filter quickly is able to mop up the loose ball and play it across towards the right-hand side where Boreham Wood can get it back under control. Captain for Boreham Wood. Back on the pitch again, and so pleasing to have him back because he was missed when he was out with that injury. And his sliding challenge comes in towards Tishimanga, and the referee had a question to ask for himself, but he says it's okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
Fair challenge, but yeah, what you said about Ricketts, it's great to have him back. It was, I think, almost 9 weeks having him out, but just to have him in there alongside Gus just gives Gus that license to get on a little bit more. So, I mean, he's been a great player for our club and continues to be. So, great to have him back out on the pitch.
At the moment,
the ball in towards the far post.
I'll give you some results at the moment in the league. 2 games to finish in the Premier League, folks. Crystal Palace 2, West Ham 3, Newcastle 1, Leeds United 2.
To the halfway line, though.
In the FA Cup, we have a rearranged game which is Bournemouth 1, Crawley Town 0. That's at half time.
In this game was expected to be a pretty.
In the championship, we've got 2 games at half time at the moment.
You've got both teams.
We have Bristol City 2, Huddersfield Town 0, and Millwall 0, Watford 0. In League 1, 2 games are finished, which is Accrington Stanley 2, Hull City 0, Gillingham 4, Crew 1.
Impressed with McCourt already. He's almost playing that quarter.
And then the other games which I play are all at half time at the moment is Doncaster 2, Wimbledon 0, MK Dons 0, Charlton 1, Peterborough 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Portsmouth 0, Lincoln City 0,
so just touching on what we were speaking about before,
Rochdale 2, Oxford United 1, Swindon 0, Plymouth 1, Wigan 0, Blackpool 2, Fleetwood 0, Northampton 0, and Ipswich 0, Sunderland 0, which is in the 13th minute, and Fleetwood versus Northampton is in the 14th minute of this game.
As a lot of American sports are, it's all about
in the League 2,
and I'd always prided my
full time Exeter 0, Morecambe 2. And at half time we have Cheltenham 0, Oldham 0, Scunthorpe 2, Port Vale 0, Southend 0, Bradford 0, Stevenage 0, Colchester 0, and Tranmere Rovers 1, Harrogate Town 1. Thank you very much. In the National League, all the games are 0-0 via 1, which is easily 1, Dagenham Redbridge 0. Apart from that, nothing else. And then at the moment in the Scottish Championship, it's Raith Rovers 1, Raith Rovers 0, Hearts 0.
I had a great opportunity, and I think at that point when that opportunity was offered to me, it was.
Hi Barry.
Asante gets the ball off to Rowley.
Also, put on the chat where you're watching from in the world. It'd be nice to hear.
Got a shot on him.
Go on.
Crosses it towards the far post, and I think he was just waiting for someone to make that run or connect on the end of it. Didn't come. Go down as a missed opportunity for the Spyrites.
Unlucky. So if you guys want to put down where you're watching from in the world, I'll be nice to hear. Nice to know. And then we've got other games which are in the Irish Premier League.
Chesterfield placed 2 seasons ago.
Cliftonville 0, Linfield 0, Glentoran 0, Carrickranges 0, Larne 0, Coleraine 2, and Portadown 0, Crusaders 0. In the Copa del Rey, Spanish Copa del Rey, Real Valladolid 2,
since the Candy game, really, he's really
Levante 4. And there is 2 games playing at 8 o'clock. We got Girona, who have just kicked off against Valencia Villarreal. That's 0-0. And kicking off, I think kicking off soon is Bristol City, Real Betis 0, Real Sociedad 0.
Certain passes, certain times in the game, say when Kieran Merton gets on the ball and gets in the half term.
Hi Bowen, how are you?
All the time, and that's been shown in recent weeks with his goals return.
Free kick for Boreham Wood in their own half.
I just want to ask you guys a question. Why am I getting so many dislikes in such a quick space? I've literally been streaming for about 17 or minutes or so, and then literally people have just decided that they're just gonna... Are these trolls? I want to know, the 8 people that are the 8 in the chat, have a lot of you disliked the video? Because I think I've done nothing wrong. And in the Italian Coppa Italia, it's Inter Milan 0, AC Milan 0.
Merton, little flick inside. Not close enough to Ricketts though, and it's taken away from them.
So far, results are going not bad.
Clearing their lines.
I think both teams playing with a real intensity, with a real press.
The reason why I thought that, because
17 minutes gone, Boreham Wood 0, Chesterfield 0.
Because I was thinking, there's 7 dislikes and there's 7 people in the chat, so that's why I thought 7 of you, all you 7 have disliked the video, but I don't think it is. I think it's that I have people on here that just come and troll me, I think.
He's been a great addition for us, and I think that
and it makes me really,
really
upset.
He's taken that role on.
It makes me really upset that people just are hating on me for no reason. What have I done wrong to them?
Tishamanga's just overtaken him now, but
yeah, that was probably from the 2 goals that he scored at Hartlepool, and the second one in particular was magnificent. But I know we travelled there, and he wanted to.
We don't talk about politics on the channel. If you guys want to mention politics, don't.
And he really showed them what they're missing.
Yeah,
and also, no spamming in the chat.
Smith has recently signed for Chesterfield, not involved in the game today, but
yeah, not involved. They I see they let Lever and go, who I think they mutually agreed the cancellation of his contract, but they bought in a loanee from Ipswich, and they bought in Grant as well. So
Rooney plays the ball in towards the box, as that's crossing towards the middle, comes back towards Asante.
Go on.
He turns and tries to shoot, but is blocked immediately in front of him and out of play for a throw on this near.
I just think it shows the way that all the intent that Chesterfield have and the way that they want to play, to bring in two goalkeepers that can play out from the back in the way that they do.
Currently their keeper Adam Prizebeck, who's on loan from Ipswich Town, and hasn't really been tested yet in this game, as the ball is fired in again from that throw, headed away from Fifield. Comes back up to his right hand side, Carline whips it in!
Nearly scored.
And then crossed in again, and it's still bouncing around in that area. Chesterfield trying to get something on it. Boreham Wood trying to get it away as the ball comes in again from the left hand side, and Ashmore flicks on it before it goes out of play, and the referee says that's okay. And he's got it in control.
Why are you reckoning that Boreham Wood would win? We're on a good run of form since James Rowe has come in. We have played about, I would say, about 8 games, and we've only lost 1.
Spills it. Tishamanka can try and get back, but wasn't able to. Well, a calamity at the back there from the goalkeeper.
Chesterfield have only lost 1 game under James Rowe this season, under the new manager.
But he's come out the other side, and he's been able to scramble onto it.
Just before that, I think it might have been Hollis who miscontrolled and allowed Tishamanka to get in behind him, but now we're back.
But how is everyone?
The attack is on from the left-hand side, whipping in towards the middle. Great little bit of block there from Boreham Wood to clear that ball away. End-to-end stuff here at Meadow Park, where it's still goalless. In the National League, 2 teams that are quite close to
Adam, I won't say anything because I don't want to jinx the result. I do not want to jinx the result.
Either side.
I think it's both sides have aspirations at this point of the season to make a push for the playoffs. So yeah, a massive game, and with a full.
I do not want to jinx. I do not want to jinx this result.
Either side's way, and they get the result. It could be they could be in the playoff places come the end of the evening.
In terms of the National League, it's Torquay who occupy that #1 spot, and they've looked pretty good this season, and we saw just how devastating they can be when they play.
There's been a goal in the National League. Aldershot 1, Aldershot 0, Weymouth 1. And Dover are 2-0 up at home to Barnet.
And the way that he wants his teams to play, he will prefer them to win than draw. hence why they don't draw many games. You see they either win or lose them. And I mean, on the evening, I don't think 4-0 was a fair reflection of the game. I think, in truth, in the first half, we might have edged it, and Cabby's had a couple of great chances to put us in front. But you look exactly what they can do. If you take your eye off the ball, they can go and put 3 and 4s past you just like that. And I mean, in the 83rd minute,
Luca,
it's 1-0.
we don't want people on this stream.
Suddenly, you're 4-0 down after 88 minutes.
Spamming.
Well, we're having what looks like a sanctioned water break here. No, I've got to be honest, Charlie, I wasn't expecting this. Did you realise there was a sanctioned water break today?
I think we got Ashmore down on the far side.
Ashmore is injured on the far side. It just looked as though both teams came over in what seemed like a controlled way. I mean, potentially they're just taking the advantage of this opportunity to chat to both teams. But it seemed different to how it is when there's normally an injury. But
yeah, I think Luke obviously wants to have a quick word with the boys.
So how is everyone? Everyone enjoying the stream?
Have a real intensity to the game. A couple of times you've seen runners off of Asante, and he's been bright in terms of his touches. One in particular where the ball's been,
I'm not spamming, huh? You were spamming. You were saying stuff constantly, the same thing, over and over. You mentioned it like 2 times. You only need to put it in once, and the person will see it.
Well, Ashmore's injury didn't look that serious when he went down. He has been treated, and it appears to be a groin injury. He's going to play on, but the word from Luke Garrod to the substitute Ryan is just to stay warm and be ready as any substitute goalkeeper should be. But it would be a big loss to lose Ashmore, wouldn't it?
Oh, he's been a massive player for us. You look at our defensive record. I think we've conceded maybe 12 goals in a legal season.
Come on, boys!
For us in that regard. He's come up with some big seves.
Boreham Wood do have a free kick here.
That's all right. Just learn from your mistakes.
Backs in for someone who's small in stature. He's really tough. He backs into players and he wins lots of free kicks in around the areas. So if you can get your deliveries right, gives you a great opportunity of scoring.
Free kick given by the referee tonight, who is Sonny Gill. His assistants Hugh Gilroy and Ayrton Hersey.
Oh boy.
Whip this one forward for the Whites. Nice little turn from Rice. And the ball is out of danger.
I think that's a nicely worked free kick there. Juniors obviously rode the challenge and then got into the box. Could he have felt the contact from...
So, how is everyone? Everyone doing well on this fine Tuesday evening?
He's an honest player.
Nice little 1-2 and Francis Angle gets it back. He challenges and then Carline comes with it. He manages to get the throw off the Chesterfield field. Throws it towards Rowley, who manages to get the flick away towards the middle of the park, and Weston plays it off onto the left-hand side.
That's good. That's good, Luca.
Rowley's gone down injured though. It did look like he might have been caught just before he played the ball off, but the referee's playing on. They might opt to put the ball out of play now though, and they're going to do that, and we're going to have a moment to make sure that he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's holding his hamstring, so I'm not sure it's come from the contact of the challenge.
So are you guys all enjoying the stream so far? It's 0-0.
Well, he's being assessed now, and Claire Swindle, who is the sports scientist and physio, who's on the pitch there, making sure that he's going to be okay to continue.
Doing well.
There's a common theme with their throw-ins. They do like to get the ball.
Fingers crossed we get the 3 points today.
Very quickly once it goes out. That's twice or 2 or 3 times now. Carline's used the floor to throw the ball and get someone out in midfield.
Jim Rush is changing his boots. It always fascinates me how different types of boots have different types of grip with surfaces and different types of weather conditions. And
yeah, I'm not sure what he's changing into. It looks from one pair of studs to another pair of studs, so maybe it's different studs for different types of pitches, but usually a studs for a softer pitch.
We were talking about pitches, and we probably talk about this pitch far too often on the radio here and on Boreham Wood television, but it's just so good. It's difficult not to talk about it. One aspect, though, I suppose that it doesn't have is undersoil heating, and that's one of the reasons why we were worried that potentially with the snow falling that the game could have been in jeopardy, but thankfully there was no more snowfall, and everything is okay to go ahead today.
Yeah, so we kind of let nature take its course today. We'd spoken to Chesterfield previously about a concern about the game, just so there was a layer of snow across the pitch. But by looking at the forecast, the weather was improving all day, and it still is improving in terms of temperature. And then obviously we've got the slight rain, and then I think the ground staff have done great. They decided at a certain point to turn the sprinklers on and just get that last little bit off the pitch, and now we're looking at a pitch with just a sprinkling of snow on, and in fantastic condition.
Well, Joe Rowley unfortunately wasn't able to continue. We'll give you confirmation of that substitution in just a minute, as the opportunity was on for Asante. Ilasami is doing his best to try and stop that from taking place, as finally manages to get the ball out of play and wins the throw as well for Boreham Wood, right down by that corner flag. So it's Joe Rowley who's been replaced by Liam Mandeville.
Yeah, Rowley has gone off and Mandeville has come on.
Liam Mandeville, who wears the number 10 in your picture. And gets his head on it now. And his opposite number, Murta, manages to win the ball. Back towards Morais. And then whip forward from Ilasami. A big gust of wind blows our papers around here on this desk, but we're okay. And the ball is out of play for a throw on this near side for Chesterfield. And every time he wipes that ball, Carline, he gives us a nice vision of his washboard abs. I'm sure most of the players out there have got a pretty good physique, but makes me jealous, Jan.
Me too, believe me. No, the boys keep themselves in great condition all across the National League now. It's become pretty much an extension of the Football League, with a level of football at this level of football, and the boys are keeping themselves in great physical condition.
29 minutes gone, ball played forward from Ilasami. 0-0 here. Boreham Wood trying to get the ball back into the box. They haven't got it into the opposition box too many times yet. They'll be trying to change that. I'm sure that's probably what the words from Luke Garrett were earlier on, that little pause. Chasing it down there in the middle. Fruta wasn't able to capitalise, and Ilasami's going to have to get the ball back to his goalkeeper here. Just about manages to do that, but heart to the mouths there for a second.
Look close that one for a minute.
Good clearance from Chesterfield. Back towards forwards Fifield, and then Carline just manages to
Arrowed everyone.
Francis angle. It's another free kick for Boreham Wood. Always difficult to tell, but it looks as though Nathan Ashmore is walking okay. So
yeah, he just struck through that one pretty well. So that was a good sign. Ilasami
then, looking for who he can aim at. No Matt Reed on the field today, so no giants to aim for. But
there was Christian Pearce up there, who was a good goal scoring record as a centre half during his time at Mansfield. I think 16 goals over his 5 years there, so a good return for a centre back.
Yep, made his debut in the last fixture. How did he do, Charlie?
I thought he fit in well. I really do. You can tell he's a ball playing centre half, so he's going to take certain risks at times for us to keep the ball.
So out everyone, if you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button to get to like. Hit the thumbs up button to get to like, subscribe with the bell notification to get to it post a swell, so you get notified every time I do a watch along in the future.
In behind and vice versa, but only game time and getting to know each other is going to change that. But really impressive how he started his life at Meadow Park.
A lot of experience, a lot of Football League experience as well, as the ball breaks towards Kane Smith and he has a shot that just blasts right in front of him and bounces off of Lawrence Maguire. We're trying to whip it in again, but again we get the same result. throw in, taken quickly, Mafuta. Nice little turn and then back towards Smith. And then a great little challenge there to win the ball back on the far side from Alex Whittle. Towards Mafuta. Mafuta goes for the cross and
go on. Oh.
Far away, but I think he was aiming more for a player in the middle than the goal itself.
So how is everyone?
Delivery there, just no one in at the back post to get on the end of it, but good delivery nonetheless.
Collision down here, just in front of us, and Pearce has come off. I think he's okay, but he was a bit shaken after that one, and rightfully the referee has decided to go to his yellow card and gives the yellow card to Whelan.
Come on, Chesterfield.
James Rowe just asking the forfeits for that one, or persistent fouls, and not so sure it was a yellow card myself. I think it was borderline.
Understand me? Whips it towards the edge of the area. Headed up in the air, but not away. The second time of asking, he can do that. Murta plays it out towards Marais, and Marais can't quite control it properly in the way that he wants to. A bit bitty from both teams. Goes down to the right hand side, and Carline can play it on the floor now. That looked like it was a hand, but in then it goes out of play off of Mandeville.
I think you're right. Both teams cancel each other out at this point in time. No real clear-cut chances from either side, and with 33.
I just want to say.
So
I was going to say to you guys.
Heading into the
why have I got so many dislikes? What have I done wrong to deserve this?
These two sides are, so naturally it's going to end up being a 0-0, but
yeah, they always seem to work out that way, don't they?
Fingers crossed we can bring you some action. And the ball is cleared once again from the middle of the park, and one for Asante to run on to.
Why have I getting so many dislikes? What have I done to deserve this? Sorry that I am ranting. It's just that I get sick of it. And it seems to happen every time I do a Chesterfield stream. It seems to be I get a rant. I get so many people coming on here and disliking it. What have I done wrong? Come on here and tell me what I have done wrong. Come and tell me now, what have I done wrong? I've done nothing wrong. If you guys want to tell me what I've done wrong, come on the stream and tell me what I could do what I could do better to make these streams better.
Comes to nothing from Carline,
and if you guys are doing this just to troll, or you're doing it just to be a bunch of dicks, it's not working. But if I get a decent amount of likes, that'll be great. If I get people on here that support me, great. So I'm getting sick of it that most streams, I get people coming on here and I get them out. I literally, about first 17 minutes, I have about 10 of you come on, and then literally I go up to 10 likes. I bet all 10 of you went and decided, oh, we're going to give him a dislike. We're going to dislike him. What have I done wrong to deserve it?
Yeah, he's really coming to his own. Obviously, we brought him back at the start of last season as a left wing back, as Luke transitioned from almost a 4-5-1 to a 3-5-2, and he looked a little bit out of place as a left wing back, but he slotted in nicely as a left side centre half. I remember his first game at Yeovil Town away last
just let you guys know, Hearts are taking the lead at Ray.
But he was superb on that day.
Ball played towards Mandeville, who looks to flick it onwards, and had the player on rushing just in front of him, but just a little bit too much on it, and Ashmore was able to come out quickly. It was Alex Whittle who was trying to get ahead of him.
Alex Whittle, new addition, another boy coming from James Rowe's old side, Gloucester City. I think he might be the third or fourth edition from his old side.
Yeah, there's a few of them, aren't there? He did so well with Gloucester, got him to top in the National League North, and was poached by Chesterfield, a side who well, they probably should be playing at a higher division than this. They've certainly got the stadium that's ready for it, just like Boreham Wood have really. But they've been there before, and you know they've got the quality.
No, absolutely. He done a great job at Gloucester. Previously, he was Gary Waddock's assistant at Aldershot, so was given a great. He was taught great in that regard. Gary Waddock is a fantastic manager in his own right. He went in at Gloucester, done a great job, guided them to top of the National League North, and now he's doing a fantastic job at Chesterfield.
Asante plays the ball down in towards the box. No one was there for him though, and Boreham can clear that one pretty easily.
But you're right, Chesterfield have everything in terms of what a club needs to push up and progress up the football pyramid, but they've obviously dropped down into the National League, and it's a tough division to get out of.
Yeah, so many teams have struggled, and it's taken a while. I mean, I remember Luton coming down here not so long ago, and it took them a little while to get out. And now they're in the Championship, so I mean, Luton may be one of the exceptions because they're such a big club, but you know, once you get yourselves the right board and the right funding and the finances and the players and everything just comes together at once, you can climb up these leagues.
Yeah, absolutely. Just look at Lincoln as an example there. They having the right manager almost galvanised that club, and you look, the Cowleys took them to I believe the quarterfinals of the FA Cup against Arsenal, and then took them up from National League to League 2 and then League 2 to League 1. So no, you're right. Get the right people in the right positions, and clubs like
So how is everyone?
Lincoln and Chesterfield can really fly and go up those divisions.
Here at Boreham Wood, you feel like we've got that right combination at the minute?
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, you look at us, we're very different to a Chesterfield. They played most of their football in the Football League in recent years. And you look at Boreham Wood, it was only 10, 11 years ago we were as a
Asante just inside the penalty area, sorry to break away there. Boreham Wood clear well though, and then get out towards the left hand side, and Tishimanga just fouled there from the referee. Well, the referee hasn't seen that one, but it's gone out of play anyway for a throw on the near side. Sorry Charlie, carry on.
Yeah, only 10, 11 years ago we was a Ryman Premier Division side, so clubs who have come from sort of different backgrounds to be playing this evening, and we're competing now at the same level for 3 years. So it's good to play against sides like Chesterfield, and I think many of the old guard at the club, at the chairman, Luke, myself, pinch ourselves every day that we play against the likes of Chesterfield, Notts County, etc.
Good clearance from Asante. Powerful head on him. Back with the visitors again.
Come on, Chesterfield, come on, boys.
Left hand side now. Boreham Wood in control though and win the ball back. Now with Chesterfield. As we hit towards half time, 39 minutes on the clock. It's still goalless here at Redder Park in the National League. Between two sides battling hard to try and get those 3 points today. The fixtures come thick and fast. Free kick for Chesterfield, taken quickly. Asante back towards Carline, gets his chip wrong though, and 5-4 clears. Weston.
How is everyone?
This is Weston back towards his defender. And then dump forward from Maguire. Good little challenge there from Ricketts, and then spots Mariah.
Chesterfield's actually been not too bad.
Not going to make it though, just a little bit too much on that one. Probably rolls just a little bit faster because it's got a lot of water on the pitch that's soaked in, and probably making the ball a little bit slippery out there tonight. But
very slick out there. I think most of what's been going on has been in the middle of the park. Both teams really cancelling each other out. No clear cut chances.
No real saves of note for either goalkeeper to make. But I think possession stats wise, and we don't have anything live, but just from what we've seen, it looks like the possession has been more in favour of Chesterfield.
Come on, boys!
For this first half than it has Boreham Wood.
Yeah, I'd say they slightly edged it.
Chesterfield just with a man down on the floor at the minute. And it's Carline. Looks like he's going to be okay to continue. He's declined treatment, so
I think just sandwiched in between Femi and Ilisami and an oncoming Zane Francis Angol, so it's taking a bit of impact there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would like to be in the middle of that sandwich as ball's played forward and Asante has himself a chance to run onto it. across quickly those Boreham Wood's defender Christian Pearson.
Done fantastically there. I just wonder if Nathan could have come for that from being on the edge of his box rather than retreating, but nonetheless Christian done a great job and has shepherded it out.
Another goal kick for Nathan Ashmore. Asante.
So how is everyone? Everyone doing well? It's Chesterfield 0.
Gets onto it.
Boreham Wood 0 in the National League is 0-0.
Back though on the left hand side now, Francis Angle. Little chip forward looking for Tishimango, who was onside, I think.
It's a great run by Cabby on the shoulder there. Just needed that little bit more to make it to him.
And the ball is cleared into touch. I've got the ball back. Nasammi. And Tamerta breaks in towards Tishimango. Good clearance though. Tishimango just followed in on his man. They won the free kick. Just going a bit harder there on Hayden Hollis. Initially signed on loan way back in 1819 before signing permanently last season.
Come on, boys!
He's played alongside Will Evans for 2 or 3 seasons now, and you can see they have that familiarity with each other.
Come on, Chesterfield!
Lawrence Maguire completes that back three. The side that formation-wise plays quite similar to how Boreham Wood do.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out a little bit. Just wondering in midfield if they're playing almost like a box 4 amongst McCourt, Curtis, Weston, Whelan and Mandeville, and then obviously Asante up top.
Garrard certainly favouring those wing backs and the
Good, Chesterfield!
2 option. Clearance from Pearce. Tishimango. Cruyff turn, lovely. Cleared again though. That's in between Hollis and now Rice has broken free. Everybody, Rice gets the shot. It's just over the bar. Goalkeeper put his hand up but didn't get the touch on it, and it's gone out just for the.
He's done excellent there, Junior. He's backed in. I'm not sure.
Nearly 1-0 Boreham Wood.
He's just knocked him off his balance, and he's misguided his header. I'm not sure if that's caught Cabby's hand on the way through. My first thoughts that it had, but Junior's through on goal there. Just has to do a little bit better. Find the target, force the.
Nearly 1-0 Boreham Wood it was. Good save by the keeper.
Park. We've just been told we've got 3 minutes of additional time. Good kick from the goalkeeper Pricebeck.
Come on, boys!
Fruta, flick on. And headed away for Will Evans. Another throw for Boreham Wood.
Come on, Town!
A little bit of handbags there between Junior and James Rowe.
Francis Angle will deliver this ball from the throw-in. Back towards Fifield. Fifield will switch it across towards Pearce.
Come on, Town!
Back to Angle again. Martins changes it with Mafuta and now Ilasambi. Mafuta has it back. He's got options running ahead of him. Doesn't quite get the pass close enough to any of them, and it falls through towards the goalkeeper.
Feels like we're really coming into the game in these closing stages of the first half.
Just 1 minute of time remaining in this game.
Come on, boys!
Switch across towards the left-hand side, Maguire. He gets it back as well. Low crossing towards the middle, Asante's there. It bounces calmly away from him in towards the hands of Boreham Wood's number 1.
Just how Femi likes to travel out with the ball, just in the same from Lawrence Maguire, is something that I think Luke had picked up on in his pre-match analysis, that he likes to drive out almost Sheffield United-esque as to what they were doing last season.
It's a great spot there, Charlie.
Got to give credit to Luke on that one.
And Sambi plays the ball on the floor, comes in towards Cabby. Nice little flip round the edge of the area. Smith gets one low in towards the middle. There's a chance. That's going to be the last chance of this first half as the referee brings
half-time, folks.
And, what's your assessment of that first half then?
It's Chesterfield 0, Boreham Wood 0 at half-time. I'm going to see you guys in about 5 minutes.
In the right areas, I think that's something that we see in the modern game, and both sets of managers play that way with that high press and try and win the ball back in those areas high up the pitch where you have a chance to score.
So I'll see you guys in 5. I won't be long. I'll be seeing you in 5. How is everyone? I am now back. So how is everyone? It is Chesterfield 0, Boreham Wood 0. So, play a bit of music during half time, folks, for you. So, we're just playing some music for you. Some non-copyright, and this is my own music that I've made myself, people. So, everyone doing well?
What do you see with your mind's eye? Welcome to the afterlife.
So hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Here we go, folks. Just waiting for the second half to get underway.
These memories within my brain, a cloudy sky with falling rain. I try to hide these open wounds, but can't deny they show the truth.
Half-hearted attempt, but we did have that moment right before the end of the game of the first half where Boreham Wood had that opportunity.
No, definitely. It's been almost a stalemate, both sides cancelling each other out. But hopefully, second half, both teams sort of going for that win and pushing. It will create spaces in behind, and will be chances for either side.
Referee Sonny Gill. What was a false start there. Both teams raring to go. Just like you were saying there, Charlie, it's one of those games where both teams, you can see it on the pitch, they really want this one, but like you say, they're sort of cancelling each other out. They're not able to play the football they want to play, and I suppose you have to give respect to both teams, at least defensively, for being able to nullify the other team.
Yeah, you come into those games when there's anticipation about a fixture because teams are in form.
Go on, Chesterfield.
You're wary of the other team's positives and what their strengths are. So that's seemingly what's happened here. Is both teams have sort of cancelled each other out and overemphasised sort of the defensive side of the game.
Chesterfield in possession. A lot of pressure from Boreham Wood at this early stage. The second half, and the goalkeeper's fired it in towards Junior Marias and has caught it. I think Junior. Well, it was a hard strike straight into his head. I'm surprised he's not going to have a check there, but it seems okay, so
Yeah, he's taken one there.
hopefully he's okay. Concussion is certainly an issue in the game, and all precautions should be made. If the player doesn't seem to have any physical chance, I suppose they can play on as the ball is played towards the right-hand side. Looking for Chesterfield to try and get in just behind Bournemouth's left wing back. Ilasammin has done well there as he flicks the ball in the field, and Mafut has to come across quickly and make the clearance.
Got in behind there, Chesterfield, and I think he's made the right decision. He's got to the byline, he's tried to pull it back, but no Chesterfield player sort of making the run.
It was good play from Liam Mandeville there, who was able to get the ball past Ilasammin.
Very well.
Come on, boys.
What sort of formation Chesterfield are playing as the ball's whipped in, and there was a clear, comes out to Mandeville again, and Mandeville gets the shot away, but always flying away from the goal, that one. It does look like Sante's playing up top, kind of on his own, with two players sort of coming off of him, both Mandeville and also
you've almost got
there as well.
Yeah, you've almost got Asante playing up top, and then you've got Mandeville and Whelan just behind him, and then you've got McCourt and Weston just at the base of the midfield. Then you've got the wing backs in Carline and Whittle, and then a back three. So it's almost like a three with two wing backs and then a box in midfield.
Played out from goalkeeper Ashmore. From the far side for Boreham Wood. Still goalless here at Meadow Park. As this one available for you as a video stream as well as an audio stream. So if you're listening to us on the radio and you think, oh, I fancy watching the video pictures to go with this, you can find out more about that at Boreham Wood on their website. You can remind us what the website is if you like, Charlie.
BorehamWoodFootballClub.co.uk.
BorehamWoodFootballClub.co.uk. That's the place to find out more information if you do want to watch this game as a video as well. And I understand we've got replays this evening, Charlie, but no need to use them so far in this game.
Yeah, we'd been working with our streaming providers to get replays in for tonight's game, but like you said, we haven't used them yet, so hopefully we'll have an opportunity later in the game to do so.
That's right. Fingers crossed there is a...
Come on, boys! Cross balance!
With the throw-in. It comes back from Carline. Stanley. This one into the sky, where it's been flicked forward down the left-hand side in front of Zango, gets onto this one. Low cross in towards the middle, good opportunity here for Boreham Wood. Comes in towards Kabongo Chimanga, just can't quite get his foot on it to strike the ball. And there it goes out for a goal kick, and there was a question as to whether that was a corner, but...
I thought that was a corner. Just as Junior pulled that back, I thought there was an opportunity for Cabby just to let that run on into the path of Kane Smith, but... as most forwards would do, he's taking it selfishly, and I thought it was a corner, but referee obviously thinks otherwise.
Referee this evening is Sonny Gill, who for the most part has had a pretty decent game, so there's not a lot to really officiate on with the goalless draw. I think just one yellow card earlier on in the game, and
come on, boys!
That went the way of Chesterfield. In possession on the far side as a throw in. Takes it into the chest nicely, does Asante, and then plays it back to the man who gave him the ball. In the middle of the park for Chesterfield as they're building something. Flips around the left hand side, Weston gets onto it now, cuts infield. Nice little turn from Mandeville, looking for his strike partner Asante. Asante inside the box for Chesterfield. Overlap and then ball played in low. Taking a time on it, aren't they, Chesterfield? And
it's a good passage of play here for Chesterfield. They kept the ball well, just waiting for their opportunity. Might have come sooner, just if Asante could sort his feet out a little bit earlier.
And the ball was clear through Murta, but it comes back again. Kabongo Chimanga at the back there doing some defending. Gets all over the pitch. Lovely little ball through. This was Mandeville. Switched over to the right hand side. Taken down nicely, and then McCourt strikes on, but doesn't get hold of it the way he wanted to. Ball again, little crossing towards the middle. Dangerous that one, and that was a good opportunity there for someone to get a head onto it. Didn't come though.
McCourt's starting to find those pockets, and there's a couple of great passes in there from him. He's played one in there to Mandeville, and that's a sort of an area I'd have expected Rowley to be in, so there's a like for like change there. It's a great little pocket he's found himself in there, and it's a great punch pass from McCourt just to break through that midfield line.
Got themselves a throw here on this near side.
Come on, Town.
Towards Carline. Plays it short though. And then whips one in towards the far post. Header coming in.
Oh.
Meets the first man in front of him, then flicked in again, then comes up towards McCourt and doesn't get the target on that occasion. Call from the bench to get warm for the top champion.
Having a passage of play here, Chesterfield. Carline on the ball, looks for the long, everyone's looking at it being a long throw, and obviously then Whelan comes from deep to play a 1-2, and it just changes that delivery into the box, and it allows the forwards to sort of reset and get into different positions. So they've worked that one well.
That was a good spell and good chance for Chesterfield, but they weren't able to take it. It remains goalless here at Meadow Park. Ball played up towards Asante. Holds the ball up and then tries to flick it on to Mandeville. He's fouled in the process though.
Hello everyone, if anyone else in the chat, you want to come and say hi, I'm happy to give you a shout out. The only reason I'm not reacting to anything is because now what's happening in the game.
Two young managers battling it out between each other, both in their 30s. Ball played down the right hand side, Chesterfield in possession, inside the Boreham Wood half. Nice little step for Carline to get past his man. Still in possession, and good work there from Kieran Murtagh to dispossess him, but at the expense of a corner.
Worked his feet well there, Carline. At one point I thought he was going to lose it, so then he's worked his feet well when he's got a corner. I think Zane nicked it off his toes and has given him a corner. They work a routine here where all four of their runners stand outside the box. They just want to create that run on the player and get away from him.
Here it comes, just like you said, whipped in towards the near post. Headed away though well from Boreham Wood. Able to clear that one. Towards Hayden Hollis and Whittle. Nice little Cruyff turn there, and Whelan's able to take the ball away. Asante steps past his man. Inside to Mandeville. Mandeville threads it through, and Asante wasn't far away from that one. Puts his hands to his lips, he knows it was close.
That was probably inches away from being in the path of Asante or Whelan, but just wondered if he could have had a shot himself. He had lots of space there, Mandeville, to get a shot on goal. Guard looking to change things up. He's talking about Matt Reed maybe coming on. He's also got Champion ready. Looking to make a double sub here, Luke. One will play on before that substitution is taken. At the back of.
So how is everyone?
Looks like Whiteley and Champion who are being readied on this near side. Ball's played up. Murtagh brings it down.
Come on, boys.
Offside after being in an offside position. And then fouls his man and kicking a.
Hopefully Chesterfield can go and get a goal or something, or do something.
The substitution is now going to be made. Champion's going to go on the right side of the back three, you'd think.
So you've got Femi moving from that left side centre half role to left wing back.
Do you guys think Chesterfield can win this, or do you think Boreham would have got enough to win this?
And then you've got Corey, straight spot for Kieran at the top of the midfield three.
Oh, I'll tell you what, you can come more often.
I think he wants someone to sort of go and get in touch with McCourt.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Dictate the play. So hopefully Corey.
Come on, boys.
In that sort of rattiness. He likes to get busy in that advanced midfield role. So hopefully he can get in touch with McCourt and just stop him playing.
Corey Whiteley coming on for Kieran Murtagh. Either player really having a particularly bad day at the office, but change of legs and freshening things up, injecting a bit more pace into the team.
Yeah, I think we've just seen at the start of this second half Chesterfield starting to dominate the game and have that sort of sustained attack.
Come on, Town! Come on, Chesterfield!
Just made those changes to counteract that, get in touch with McCourt in particular, and then hopefully we can start to put our stamp on the game.
Free kick then for Chesterfield. McCourt strikes it. It's into a dangerous area and well defended from Boreham Wood. It's out for a corner.
Corner, come on, boys!
In the wall, with lots of pace.
Another corner for Chesterfield, boys!
So if that had got past the Wood defender, either there's someone tapping that in, or perhaps that's creeping in at the back post itself.
I'm going to try that routine you mentioned earlier again as they rush in.
Come on, boys.
Get the ball, but another good defensive bit of play from Boreham Wood. I think that might have been Fifield who was clearing it on the edge.
That's 2 in a row now. He's missed the first man. Missed the first man at the corner, so he'd be disappointed with that.
Ball's out of play for a throw-in on the far side for Chesterfield. 57 minutes gone, 58 minutes gone, sorry. Goal is here at Meadow Park between these two.
Come on, Town.
Somebody comes out in that right wing back position, battling for the ball. It's broken loose here though, and in possession for Chesterfield down that right hand side. Whipped in towards the middle. Good catch and good save from Nathan Ashmore. I think it might have been going wide, but it was going towards dangerous players who could have headed that, but cut it out. And Ashmore was able to get it into his hands. And of course, I don't remember too many times in this game when Ashmore had to be called into action. That's the story of the first half, and indeed the start of the second, but it looks like it's getting brighter out there in terms of attacking for both sides, Charlie.
Yeah, we're starting to see the game open up a little bit. So as Chesterfield bring the game to Boreham Wood, we're going to see some
Come on, Town. Come on, Chesterfield.
Nice little bit of trickery from Whiteley, and then as he tries to get it back off Tishimangi, doesn't quite get the ball, and one would have to battle for it again. They've done really well here for Femi Lasammi. Infield to Mafuta. And then Whiteley. Just wonder if he could have struck a goal then, but the opportunity went very quickly. Down towards the right hand side for Smith. Smith tries to whip it in, but
come on.
Well by the first man in front of him, and took a lot of the sting off the ball. Pierce now a bit at the back of the defence of Boreham Wood. They'll build again. Played out towards right hand side, but well, Mafuta's.
I'm nervous, folks, man. I'm so nervous.
Poor ball from Mafuta.
It's got to be a better pass there. Plays that into the path of Whiteley. Whiteley's got a free run at the fullback, or can cross it from deep.
So nervous, man.
In possession, and I'm sure the stat that's thrown out there quite regularly is the fact that he's got a very famous brother that plays for Manchester United, called Harry, of course.
He's got lucky there.
Nice little ball out towards the right hand side.
Oh, come on, boys.
Carline looking for a blue shirt, not finding one on that occasion, and Boreham Wood can clear again. Whiteley knocks it down towards Ilasammi. Clearance from Evans. Another clearance from Ricketts.
Good hold up play.
Tishimangi does hold it up well, and it's almost released off from Marais, but just the judge to have fouled his man in the process.
He done the first bit well, span him, and then I think Hollis has got his body across well and taken the foul. But if he'd got through that, Junior I think was in a good position to be laid through. Game's starting to open up a little bit, it seems.
What do you think Luke would have said at half time, Charlie?
Come on, boys.
We've gone over their preparations. Luke's a defensive-minded coach, so he prides himself on their defensive shape. So I think he would have gone over that, and he would have said, "Look, be patient. You're going to get your chance."
Come on, Town. We need to start playing.
Make sure we're in the right positions to counteract that. So, and we're starting to see that now. I hope.
Tishimangi throws it through towards Whiteley, but Whiteley can't get onto it. It was a good idea.
Come on, Town.
If
you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button to get a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, don't forget to post as well, so you get updates when I do watch on again in the future.
Yeah, you're just saying that about Luke's great defensive work, and you expect nothing less of a player who used to be a defender. And he often says whenever he talks about his own career is that he was an average player, but he played at a high level. Did Luke Garrard?
Yeah, he did. He got out of this division with AFC Wimbledon, so he knows all about at this level and what it takes.
Roll out towards Champion. Towards Ricketts now. Across to Fifield. And across the grass, and Mafuta's got past his man.
Come on. I'm so nervous, folks, man. I'm so nervous.
Down the goalkeeper, but keeper as well.
Higher end ups. Oh.
Maguire. Wasn't offside.
Chesterfield 0, Boreham Wood 0.
He was there from Boreham Wood back line, but he was on. Didn't matter in the end though, 'cause the ball didn't reach him.
Just trying.
Good clearance from the keeper.
I'm just so nervous right now.
I feel like Junior could have controlled that there.
Maguire sends the ball back to the keeper, and Tishamanga was lurking, but keeper able to deal with it again.
Just need to over we can go and press on and on.
Bit of a spell here, 5 minutes or so they've had better of the possession.
Yeah, those two changes by Luke just changed the shape a little bit in terms of people's starting positions. We just seem a little bit more in the ascendancy and getting in touch with them, so it's started to work already. Hopefully we can build on this.
Yep, have to take it though whilst they're in this moment. Smith goes past his man. Almost finds Morris, does find Morris. Off of the interception, then Morris whips it round and almost finds someone in the middle, still in possession for Boreham Wood.
Oh man, I'm so nervous, man.
Get around inside the penalty area here, but they're being forced backwards. And the left-hand side, Lasambi. Bit of space in front of him, can play the ball in towards the area in a good position there, but no one from a white shirt perspective to...
Come on, Chesterfield, come on, do something.
That's 3 great deliveries in the last 20 minutes, 1 at the end of the first half and 2 just then where the crosses have been crying out for someone to come in at the back post.
Maybe someone called Matt Reed, who we understand might be being introduced into this game. I think those would be balls that he would very happily take on, Charlie.
No, absolutely, he has that great aerial presence, so definitely an option for Luke to utilise in the second half.
Which I think has been more than 5 minutes since Gerard shouted out his calls. I think maybe he was encouraging Reed to, or maybe encouraging the other players that are already on the pitch that they might be withdrawn. I have noticed him do that on an occasion.
It's one of many tactics, I think.
Whiteley in possession, he's got players around him. And towards Ricketts now. Ricketts has got a shot on him like we know.
Just tried overplaying there, I think we've got to get across into the box.
Nice little ball in towards Asante. There's only one up there for Chesterfield though, but he might take this on himself. Asante goes for the shot. Gets it back again. Goes for a second.
Come on, boys.
But it's found a blue shirt. He turns. Another half shot. Again, it's blocked off. They've still got possession there though. They've done well to keep it. Whittle. Cross towards McCourt. And then a long shotting, ranging shot there from Curtis Weston.
Come on, boys.
Goal, that one.
Corey just denied the cross there. I think he could have taken Chesterfield up on that opportunity to cross, but he hasn't. He's gone inside. We've overplayed a little bit, and one ball over the top, and Asante's almost through.
Hopefully you guys are all enjoying the stream.
Try to have these sustained attacks.
Yeah, there will be moments when Boreham Wood are less prepared for what to be, and they'll have to be.
Hearts are 3-0 up, folks, against Red Rovers. Get in. Happy days.
Free kick given to Chesterfield. Nice little turn. Oh, good challenge that from Mafuta. Very fair. Gets it back off Whiteley. And Pearce.
So for you guys who are enjoying the stream, if you guys want to put any questions down in the chat, I'll answer as many questions as I can.
As well. Gets it in the middle as well, but keeper spotted it quickly and came out and stopped the danger.
Done well there, Gus, to win the ball back, and then we played it nicely across the back three. One straighter ball and then
Oh, it's actually 2-0 Hearts.
Showing some bright signs.
68 minutes gone, 0-0 here at Meadow Park between Boreham Wood and Chesterfield in this National League fixture. Boreham Wood just winning themselves a free kick because
lovely little bit of trickery there from Whiteley.
I think now that James Rowe is going to look to make a change.
Come on, boys, do something.
In front of us.
Gavin Gunning.
Gunning, who's a centre back, and
going to go into the midfield here. I think. Yep, for Whelan. Whenever I've seen Gunning play before, he's been more of a defensive-minded centre midfielder, or is playing as a centre back. So, be interesting to see where he fits in here.
well, he's come in now here for.
Thank you very much
Whelan,
for the like. I highly appreciate it.
It will be interesting to see if this is a shape for change or something of that.
So
nature.
nervous,
Well,
boys.
Tony
So
himself
nervous
is
right
looking.
now. I know I'm saying that a lot, but it's nerve-wracking because it's still 0-0.
Comes out towards Mafuta. And then a strike down low, and Rice caught it well, but the goalkeeper was right in the place where he struck it.
Struck it very well. It's often you see those sorts of shots catch hold of a body and perhaps even go in off of an ankle or a shin. So for that to go through pretty cleanly was a surprise to me.
Yeah, either corner, I think that would have been the opener. But straight at the keeper and prospected well, but wasn't difficult for him to move for it.
Oh, come on, boys. Do something. This game's been nothing more than a bore.
Join the court at the base of the midfield. And it seems that Weston's gone alongside Mandeville in those two advanced midfield roles.
So that'll be interesting to see how Weston plays in that position.
I apologise for not speaking a lot. It's just the fact that we've not a lot happened. Not a lot's happened in this game. It's been 70 minutes.
I'm sure he'll get back quickly. In fact, he has to now because it's an indirect free kick for Chesterfield.
Come on, boys.
71 minutes gone. 0-0 here at Meadow Park. Listening to the voice of Mac Messiano. Also Charlie Hunter, the Boreham Wood CEO, joining me on summary duties today. And I've very much enjoyed your company here, Charlie. You've been bringing us some really good stats and just adding something to the game that we don't often have, a CEO next to us.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Played towards the right-hand side.
Come on, boys, do something.
Back towards McCourt, crossed in and straight in towards the hands of Nathan Ashmore. And I apologise if you heard any of bad language there. I think the Chesterfield manager is disappointed with the chances that are being created by his own team.
Been impressed with McCourt, especially there. That's probably the second or third occasion where you've seen a sort of ball set back to him and he's got a whip cross in. So he offers that as a holding midfielder as well. So
Champion ball through towards Rice. Rice has a chance. Rice has a shot, and Rice is offside.
Offside.
Well, that was the moment that ruled offside.
A very late flag though, which you often see at the top level of football, because we've got VAR. But reason why he left it so late, I'm not too sure.
Well, on the replay, it's difficult to tell if he was offside. But what we can tell is that it was a very good finish. I don't think Rice knew he was offside.
Junior will be disappointed that had been his first goal since his return at the club.
Boreham Wood thought they scored, but it was offside. Thank God for that.
The assistant now.
Yeah, great strike. And it's the sort of strike that we've been looking for in this game. The We often see it, Charlie, when players get themselves at a moment like that, it can spirit on more moments.
No, absolutely. I do think it is going to be one of those cases with Junior. He's building a great relationship with Cabby. So I think one will turn into two, and then will turn into threes and fours very quickly.
Come on, Town, come on, Chesterfield.
In advanced position here. Asante breaking on the right hand side.
Go on,
Weston
go on,
cross back in towards Asante.
go on.
He's managed to win himself a corner. Just waiting to see what that referee's flag was.
Corner.
I thought it might have been a free kick, but
I thought the liner had waved for a free kick, but it looks like the referee may have overruled him.
So, do any of you guys want to ask any questions? Put down in the chat, and I'll answer as many questions as I can.
Once he's held up and he's set off, he's a handful in behind as well.
Come on.
Going across there to take the corner. So a new corner
Someone
taken.
get your head onto it.
See how he does, left-footed, whips in towards the middle. It was a better corner. Boreham Wood dealt with it well though. Weston sends it back in again.
Go on.
And the header from Maguire didn't come to anything for Chesterfield, and Boreham Wood can clear.
This is one for Cabby to chase.
It's our ball is the call, and Boreham Wood get it.
I think the fourth officials helped out with that one.
So,
Champion
0-0 still, 15 minutes to go.
cross towards Ricketts. Now Fifield. Play back towards Mark Ricketts again.
I am so nervous. I am nervous.
Vice captain on the pitch once again. Good to have that experience out there.
Yeah, Rico obviously long-standing captain, and same with
Champs.
Tom Champs. But obviously when both were out of the team, the captaincy duties went to Jamal, and I think his performances have been more than deserving of that recently.
Mafuta just caught there in the middle. Gets a free kick. Takes it quickly.
Come on, boys.
Whiteley cross towards Tishamanga. Got Mariah to aim for in the box where he could go his own. In the end it's blocked. And it's out for a throw on the far side.
Both forwards just finding the pockets just down the side of the outside centre half at the moment. Both Junior and Cabby in the latest moments of the game have found those holes.
They're doing well, aren't they? But they've got to defend this break. Mandeville.
Go on, do something.
Coming up with him.
Do something.
Mandeville turned in, has fouled. They've got themselves a free kick here. Mark Ricketts just dived in there. Good position for them to whip one in.
Yeah, dangerous position. Not sure he's going to be on it. Gone in with a left foot, on McCourt with a right foot. I'd probably favour the right footer, just because if it evades everybody, it could go in at the back post.
Come on.
Yeah, that might be what they do.
He hits that sort of low whipped ball as well. So lots of.
We just need to hope someone gets in, gets on the end of this.
Sort of takes it in, or if it misses everyone, it might sneak in itself.
Court set pieces so far in this game have been lacking a little. Let's see if we can improve it here. Maybe it will be Gunning.
That front post space is open.
It is Gunning. Gunning fires it towards the far side. Header comes down towards the floor. Boreham would deal with it though. Back in again, and Boreham would deal with the second ball. Little flip while his foot was high in the air. The referee allows it. Back down on the floor and back in Chesterfield's possession momentarily though, because Boreham would have won it back.
Ah, come on, boys.
Shooter down the right hand side, kept him from Marias. Marias back towards Whiteley.
You're out.
Nice little 1-2 between the two, and now they're rushing forward. Whiteley plays it back though, wasn't anyone to find in the middle, had to go back towards Mark Ricketts. Fifield rushing forward now. He's got past his man, in towards Bongo Shimanga. And by Tishimanga's standards probably will be a disappointment, I think, that shot.
Oh,
It's a fantastic passage of play all round there.
we got away with that.
Great work from Junior and Corey to get out of that tight situation. There were probably 3 or 4 Chesterfield players around them. It's been worked out to the other side of the pitch. Jamal's driven out very well, passed it into Cabs, and it's just that little bit of composure in that final third that might be the difference.
That's the voice of Charlie Hunter, Boreham Wood CEO, and also a former player here once upon a time, playing in the Conference South. Boreham Wood now in what was the Conference Premier, now the National League Premier, and the only league within the National League that's still playing, because of course there was a suspension between the National League North and South for 2 weeks, I believe, Charlie?
Yeah, initial 2 weeks, whilst the board review things.
Did the National League have the same decision to make as well?
The board made the decision as a whole. There was a meeting amongst all the member clubs, and then the new general manager, Mark Ives, asked the clubs their views, and it came out with a general consensus to the North and South.
Bongo Chimanga was rushing towards the edge of the area, and it looked as though he got himself a foul and won the free kick, but it's gone the other way.
Free kick to Tower, to Chesterfield.
The reason why that went Chesterfield's way?
No, that was a strange one to me. If anything, I thought it would have been a Boreham Wood free kick. So, that one's a bit confusing to me.
Well, there was a few shouts around us from media personnel and club officials that were watching the game that also agreed with your opinion there, Charlie, and I have to say I think I agreed as well. But
he hasn't got much wrong with this
no, he hasn't.
this evening, but that one I think he may have got wrong.
Give the referee the credit. He is closer than us. Maybe he saw something that we didn't, but free kick for Chesterfield. And it gives me the opportunity to tell you that there's 80 minutes that have been played in this game. It's still goalless here. And also just want to tell you that match sponsor today is Harrington's Cars, and once again we'd like to thank them for their match sponsorship.
10 minutes to go, boys. 10 minutes to go.
His players and giving Femi a bit of credit there, and he's had a good game today, hasn't he? Femi Sami playing in 2 different positions.
Yeah, he's adaptable like that. He has both positions in his locker. Like I said, there was that game last year against Yeovil away. We were 1-0 down at half time. Luke makes the switch and he puts him as a left side centre half, and he hasn't really looked back since. But he's a natural left back, so it's good to have that.
Come on, Town.
Team that Luke can make those changes within the side during a game, and doesn't have to always look at his bench for changes in personnel.
Well, just 10 minutes left, plus any injury time, and sometimes you get the feeling that in these 0-0 games that one goal would settle it, but I feel that both teams have got more than one goal in them, even at this late stage. They're just...
Oh, come on, do something.
Finding it, one with the closest opportunity moments ago when they had that disallowed goal from Junior Moraes. What's your opinion of the game, how it's been, and how many minutes we've got left?
I think heading into the last sort of 10 minutes of the game, both teams maybe prior to the game would have taken a draw, especially Chesterfield making a long trip down today and it being a tough away fixture. So they'll both want to sort of make sure they don't lose the game, but there will be a chance in this game for someone, I believe, to take all 3 points.
That chance might be now as it drops down towards Asante.
Go on.
Able to clear though. There's a high foot though, and the referee's given an indirect free kick for Boreham Wood. I thought that was a high foot from a Wood player actually, but
it's a strange one, that one. You often see it in games where you see a referee somewhat make a mistake and then he counteracts that moments later with another decision. I thought the same, might be a high foot, but not much in it.
Well, he has given an indirect free kick, so it could be the high foot, but maybe there was 2 high foots in there, and he gave the benefit of the doubt to the defensive team. As Luke Garrod throws on some energy paste or juice, or however you describe it.
Yeah, energy gels.
Energy gels, that's
yeah.
the one.
as provided by our friends at Player Packs.
Always good to get the sponsor in there.
Yeah, just a little plug.
Come on, boys! Let's get something. Let's get something there. Come on.
The idea?
Yeah, just that extra little bit of sugar. I'm not sure how much it does in truth, but I think mentally they think that it's giving them that little bit of energy as they go into the closing embers of the game.
Imagine the scenes of Popeye eating his spinach and
Yeah, exactly.
the muscles coming out. So lots of muscles on display today as Matt Reed walks down in front of us. I think he's going to be readying to come on for the last 9 minutes or so. Just getting his final instructions from Luke Garrod and also Danny Woodard, who's sort of a hybrid player coach these days.
Come on, we just need something to click.
Similar to the role that Luke Garrod had a few years ago.
Looks like Cabby hasn't shaken off that challenge earlier, causing him issues. I think a knock to his right side.
That'll be disappointing if he can't get back in time for Saturday.
Yeah, just the way that the challenge came in, it looks more like an impact injury rather than a muscular injury. So,
Come on, Chesterfield.
Raring to go in preparation for Eastleigh on Saturday.
Matt Reed joins Junior Bryce up top then, but much different proposition to Kabonga Tishamanga.
Hearts are 3-0 up, folks.
Immediately. That's what he does best. Champion. Can't get the ball past the first player. Asante holds it up. Battling between him and Whiteley to get the ball, but none of the blue shirt as well out as he plays the ball across the right hand side, but out very quickly is Nathan Ashmore and does the jobs of a sweeper almost and clears the ball.
You can't be letting Asante get out there.
Come on, boys. Oh man, Nondule on debut for Hearts has scored.
Ball out of play for a Boreham Wood throw around about the halfway line.
Still 0-0, folks.
Off of Whiteley and then knocked up towards Reed, who hold it up and plays it off. Looking for Lissambi, but couldn't control it. Throwing now for the visitors, halfway inside their own half. Referee not happy with that one though. I think he's going to ask them to retake it and have a quick word with what looks like Julian Rice is on the far side. Now it's going to be a throw. Up forward, Tom Champion clears. Take it away. Smith clears, then Ricketts gets his foot on it and is challenged and goes down injured. Clutching his right foot. Ball will play on though, send it down long. Julian Rice is onto it. They keep it in play though. Oh, just exits on the far side.
Come on, Town.
Now we'll see if we can get Ricketts some treatment.
I think Rico needs some treatment here.
Well, I don't think the referee's spotted it, but Mark Ricketts has got to his feet now. So he's walking quite gingerly.
For any Wood fans interested, it looks like Sorwa Thomas was a unused sub for Huddersfield tonight, so his first involvement in the first team since his move to Huddersfield a fortnight ago.
That's good to hear. It was my understanding that Thomas was going to go into the under-23s, so...
Yeah, initial discussions with Huddersfield is that they wanted to bring him in for 2 to 3 weeks to assess him. and see where he fell in their pecking order, whether that meant involvement with the first team, in their B side, their 23 side, or alone in the Football League. But seems like he's made a good impression because in a matter of weeks he's involved with in a first team squad. So well done to him.
Yep, got a lot about him. And I imagine finances at such a hard time with COVID-19 destroying a lot of income, it probably was quite helpful and useful at this time, Charlie.
No, definitely. I mean, Sorba had a value, and Charlton had flirted with the idea of signing Sorba, but we were obviously keen on keeping him. But the offer that Huddersfield came in with was both fair and I think equitable for the type of player Sorba is and the prospect that he can turn into. So I think things worked out for all parties. I think Huddersfield have a great player. I think Sorba's in the best environment now for him to develop, and I think the deal was right.
Come on, boys. Come on, town.
Did you manage to get any percentage on any future deals or anything like that?
Deal remains undisclosed now.
Jesus.
Can't blame you for trying. Champion out of with the ball in his hands, plays it in towards the centre of the park. Back to Ricketts.
Come on.
Champion whips it again. Well cleared again from Chesterfield. Up towards Reed, but bounces a couple of times and then goes out of play on the near side.
Five minutes of added on time at the end of the game. 5 minutes, folks.
Here's the call as we reach the 90-minute mark. A couple of injuries, but a little bit surprised by that. Charlie, what was your take on it?
Yeah, I can't really see five. Yeah, like you said, there was a couple of injuries that were attended to, and then I think 3 subs. So yeah, 5 would probably a minute or two too much for me.
Chesterfield in possession, trying to utilise all of those 5 minutes. Played up towards Mandeville.
Come on, boys.
Sliding challenge there from Fifield. Great work. And wins the throw in as well.
Been outstanding for us so far this season. Going into that heart of the back three, he's really come into his own. And some real dominating performances for us.
Just waiting for the ball. And as so many times happened, now we've got 2.
Come on, boys. We need it.
Still have 2.
Thank you very much. We just see something to work. We're just having to click.
Did you see that incident at the weekend when there were 2 balls on the pitch at one stage for Luton as Chelsea scored?
I didn't see that. Did they keep the goal?
The goal.
English, please.
It was a big talking point in that game. All played forward. Champion clears the wood. Little knockdown from Pearce and then cleared up towards Whiteley. And then Champion heads it.
Yes, 4-0 Arts. Come on. 4-0 Arts. Come on.
I think at this stage that 1 goal would win it for either side.
Absolutely. I think both teams are playing as in they don't want to lose the game though. Keeping their shape, staying nice and tight, and then hopefully either side, or hopefully for us, Boreham Wood, can go and nick one.
Come on.
The centre back, nice little touch and turn from Reed, and then cleared up from Kane Smith down the right hand side.
Come on, Chesterfield, don't lose it now.
Ball exits the pitch for a throw on this near side Chesterfield. 2 minutes gone already of the additional 5. Still goalless here at Meadow Park.
This is like so nervous right now. So nervous.
Referee having to make call. The decision was a
Getting their hearts 4-0.
decision that's been given.
Some gamesmanship there from Junior.
Come on, boys. A draw I would absolutely take.
Tom Champion.
At least there's a point on the board.
Now,
And that's all that matters.
there's a chance for Boreham Wood to create something here. Throws down the line. Reed, little knock back to him. To Morris, and then back out to Reed again.
Oh, don't.
Little turn and then in towards Smith. Tom Champion plays it towards Mandeville, strikes his hand and bounces out of play for a throw. Smith takes it quickly and then looks to get it back. And a good clearance from Gunning. Fifield. Towards Marias. Lasami's there if he can see him. That's a good clearance.
Come on. Let's hang on.
He's back out to left hand side again for Fifield. Nice little turn that from Marias. Needs to get the ball into the area.
You need to get across him, boys.
Come on.
Shots, and that's the kind of centre back shot that you would expect. Strikes the North Bank stand.
I'll take that.
Looks like 5 up to me.
Yep. Not many seconds left now in this one. There's a fist bump from both managers. I think they know it's done. A few steps back from Adam Prizebeck. Big kick from him, and the referee.
Full time, folks.
To bring this one to a
Chesterfield
close.
0, Boreham Wood 0.
Well, your thoughts on that one then, Charlie?
I think a fair result. I think as the game went on, both teams didn't want to lose the game.
Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this live watch along of Chesterfield 0, Boreham Wood 0 in the National League. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to get to it post. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow for the live watch along of the first game under Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea for Chelsea's home game versus Wolves. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to get to it post.